Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. And in today's video we're going to be drawing Harry Potter from the series that has the same name. But yeah, we're drawing the boy that lived. Wasn't that the... It's been literally like 10 years since I watched a Harry Potter movie. But this video was requested by Manta Diabin. Thank you so much for the request. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I probably did though. I'm very bad at that. And yeah, so anyway, we're drawing Harry Potter here. Not much else to say, but remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Really helps me out. But with all that said, let's get our pencils ready and let's begin. Alright guys, so to start off drawing, what we're going to do is start with a nice decent sized circle. Something about this big should be pretty good. And we're basically going to just break it down to the standard anime 3/4 head. So what we're going to do is draw a little curve line here, and keep this all light by the way, this is just a gesture. And from that line we're going to get like a rough kind of like head shape here. This is where his jaw is going to be, his head's going to go up, and then over. And then we'll get the head wrapping around, kind of get that dome shape right about there. His eyes would kind of be straight across right here, and actually straighten out this line a little bit. Like that. And then we can kind of gesture in his neck, which is just lines going down about here. And then he's going to have like his tie, the collar going around like this. And then the rest of his shirt and cloak going off. Something like that. But that's pretty good for the gesture. So we could zoom in here a little bit. And we could get a nice little kind of ear shape right here for his ear. Right about there. But now that we've got that done, we could gesture in his eyes as well. So he's going to have one eye right about here and another eye right about here. Now on the 3/4 view, this eye gets a little bit like elongated because like we see less of it, and this eye is kind of a bit more head on, so something like that. So yeah, let's just jump in here. So I like starting out with his nose actually. So his nose is going to start right about here, and it's going to just be this nice curve line that curves down. Kind of extends out here a little bit, and it goes down and around like this. There's his nose. And then once we got the nose, I'm going to lightly gesture in the head shape. So it's going to go down, pretty much be a straight line going down here until it gets to about here where his cheek is. It's going to bump out a little bit. Kind of curve down and in where the jaw is here. And then just kind of very softly wrap around, kind of go up about there, like that. And if you want to, you can kind of like draw on the rest of his head shape. It just kind of go into this gesture here. This will help when we do like the hair, but it'd be something like that. But since we got that down, we can draw. Okay, let's just do his mouth and like his lower part. Because mouth's real easy. We're going to start right here and draw a little curve line like this. Just curve over and then slightly go up a little bit. And then here what you want to do is kind of somewhere in the middle here, just kind of erase it a little bit. Make a little gap right about there. And then we're just going to do a nice little curve line right under here. And then just do a little like U shape. So you should get something like that. And we could shade this in. Black for like the shadow under his lip. And then for his nostril here, it's simply just a little, it's almost like a comma mark. Something like that. Perfect. And now, actually, I'm looking at it, it's slightly off. It should be a little bit lower. Like right about there, like that. And again, nothing too crazy. But now that we've got that down, we can draw in his eyes. So his eyes are going to be right about here and here. And this eye will start out with drawing a line kind of curving up like this. Then it's going to go over and then down like that. And then here it's going to get kind of into a point and then curve down and then in like so. And this is like younger Harry Potter, so his eye be a little bit bigger, because like younger characters, you make their eyes a bit bigger, makes them look more youthful. But now that we got like kind of this shape down, what we're gonna do is draw a line, kind of hugging this out about here, and it's gonna curve in there. And I'm gonna soften in this curve right here, so it's not as pointed. And we're gonna extend this line out just a little bit, so you should get like two kind of spikes right there. And then once you got that all in, you can shade it in like this. Like that, and you can kind of take it down a little bit right there. So there's one eye. And since we got that eye shape, let's just jump into the second one here. And it'll be pretty much the same thing. We'll start right about here. But this eye is going to be a lot closer to the nose here. And it's going to curve up about there. And then curve down and in like that. And then here we're going to get that line that just kind of hugs this line right here. Round this part off and then shade all this in, and you will get that extra little spike there as well. Like so. Actually, it's a little, see, this is the tough part about doing the second eye, is like you want it to like line up with that one as much as possible. So I'm gonna just kind of lower that line just a tad. Something like that'll look good. Perfect. And now we could draw in like the eye itself. Very simple. It's just this kind of like big circle right here like this. And then we're going to get another one right about here. Like so. And then what we're going to do is get a nice circle in the corner here. And then a slightly, or about the same size circle. Maybe even a little bigger. And you're going to shade that one in like that. Very simple. And now we get that done, we could draw in kind of like his eyelids. And the easiest way to do it is to draw a little curve line curving up. And then around like that. And then same thing here, curve it up and around so we get like a little eyelid. And now what we want to do is draw in his eyebrows. So let's start right about here. And it's basically just this nice little curve line that curves over and down. Start about here, and it just kind of goes in like that. So there's one. And then second one will be about here. Like that. So we got in his eyes. And now I'm going to actually darken in the head shape here. Like that. Because I'm pretty happy with it. Now we're going to go over here to the ear and kind of refine the shape a little bit more. So it's going to be a little bit lower than this. And it's just going to go up, kind of curve down and over, and then just kind of go in like that. Very nice. And then here what we're going to do is draw a nice little curve line, curving around like that. And then one curving in like this, and then one that curves like that for the top of the ear. And then here what we're going to do is start a line going down, curve it over and up like that. And then you can probably get like another curve line curving in like that. So there's his ear. And now that we got that down, we can gesture in his hair, and then we can get in his glasses. Or actually, before we start, we could draw in his scar. So his scar is actually like right above his right eye, so like somewhere around here. And basically, it's a very simple shape. It's just a line going down, up, and then down again. So it's like a little lightning bolt, and then you just kind of draw another shape, kind of hugging it like that. So there's his scar. And then we're all zoomed out here. And now for his hair will kind of like start at like this point, and then just kind of like bushel out here, and then kind of bush out around there too. So we'll start with this one. So we're just going to draw a line, nice line curving out over, and it's kind of messy. So he has like, it's kind of nice and wavy like that, and then I'll stop right about there. And then right here we can just go out, and there's no like exact way to do this. So if you want to like shape the hair a little bit differently, That's perfectly fine. It's gonna just bump out. And then right under the ear here, what we're gonna do is get like just kind of like a little series of spikes here. Like that. And before we get more in detail into here, what we're gonna do is erase this kind of, actually I have a better eraser. So we're gonna erase this kind of guideline right here. Just because it's gonna help, it's just gonna get in the way now that we're doing the hair. So you want to get rid of that kind of rounded type shape like that. And now all we need to do is draw in the bangs. So again, nothing's really set. You just kind of want to get like shapes that look something like this. I actually don't want to cover up the scar there. So just kind of like shapes that just go kind of in front of his face. You kind of want them overlapping. Just like kind of like long spikes like that. But now we could like refine the shapes a little bit. So start right here. So we'll go up like that. Start here, draw a second one, kind of going somewhat of the same way. Like that. And again, there's no like real like rhyme or reason. Just as long as you get kind of like shapes that curve around, and you want like them kind of overlapping a little bit. Again, that helps help bring in the fact that the hair is like real messy. And we'll start getting some cleaner shapes, maybe like one like about here. This will go down like that. We'll get like two kind of strong shapes right here. Like so. That's pretty much it. I'll probably, no, it's coming up pretty clear in camera. I was gonna like try to clean it up a little bit, but looking at the camera feed, it should look alright. But yeah, again, there's no real rhyme or reason, just a bunch of like kind of spikes kind of flowing past each other should be pretty good. But now that we got that done, we can draw in his glasses. So actually, we can just draw them in. So basically, like this one, I actually like starting off with this one. So it's this big circle. Because he's a big like nerd, so he wears these big stupid circle glasses. So there's these big circles around his eyes like this. And then a nice big kind of curve line that kind of connects them. Like that. So you can kind of gesture in like the shapes. I'm going to start off with the bridge here. And it's basically like this little curve line that curves in like this, like that. And then I'll start here, and basically what you're going to just do is draw a nice, decent sized circle like that, and we're going to get another decent sized circle like this, and this is going to kind of overlap pretty much everything. But that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to shade this in, because his glasses rims are like black. So you can just shade this like thicker black circle around his face. And this one's going to like disappear behind his nose. Like that. And then we're going to get shade in the bridge as well. And then here what we're going to do is same thing. We're just going to get that nice kind of dark circle shape. Like so, and then we're going to get one that just hugs it very closely. Like that. And then we could shade all this in. And just shade all that in like that. And then right here we'll see like the little handle that like goes on like your nose to like keep your glasses in place. You see a little bit of that right there with a little bump. And then here what we're going to do is just get 2 parallel lines that just kind of go into his ear there like that. So there's his glasses, and honestly this is probably the hardest part. So now drawing in his neck. So once we got the face down, the rest of his body's pretty easy. So we're going to just draw in his neck, which is this nice curved line that just kind of curves down and in on an angle like that. This line just kind of goes straight down like that. I do like putting like the triangle shadow underneath like the jaw here. So you basically just start from the edge of the jaw and draw like a straight line, and then you just shade this part in to get a nice like triangle shadow under here. Big fan of that. You can make that bigger, you can make it smaller. I made it actually pretty big in this one, and even in the inked version. You can make it smaller if you want. I usually like doing those types of shadows. And now that we got that done, we could just draw in his uniform here. And we're actually going to start with the tie. So the tie is going to be right about here. And what we're going to do is just draw a nice little curve line like this. And it's just going to go down, kind of curve around like that, and then go up. So you should have a shape that looks something like this. And then here we're just going to get 2 parallel lines that go down right off of it. And then from here what we're going to do is get like a triangle like that. Then it's going to curve up here. We're going to have a curve here, but it's not going to touch this tip. There's going to be a little bit of a space in between. And then we're going to just get a curve line curving up like that. And then here what we're going to do is get a line going up and then across, and it's just going to wrap around the neck like that and stop right about here. You do not want it to touch the neckline. And then from here what we're going to do is draw a little line going up right about there. Then it's going to curve down into like this triangle shape and then curve up. And then just kind of straighten up and go over around there like that. And then here we're going to get 2 parallel lines for the necktie here and here, like so. And then what we do, he's wearing like, that's like his uniform, he's wearing like a cloak over the uniform. So to draw that in, we're going to start right about here and just draw a nice curved line curving down like that. And then same thing over here, it's just kind of curved down. And then here it's going to go out and then in. And this doesn't have to be an exact shape either, very similar to the hair. So just curve it in. You just kind of want to make it look like folded fabric, so you just want a line going in, some creases. Here what we could do is draw like a line going up and then curving down like that. Maybe a line going down from there. Again, it doesn't have to be super exact. And then here what we're going to do is draw a line going out, kind of bump in, curve it in a little bit before it bumps out. Here, just draw a line going up, curve it in like that. And maybe one like right about here, like so. But that is pretty much how you draw Harry Potter from the series Harry Potter. Nothing too bad. Again, it's just his face, so didn't have to draw like a whole body on this one. But yeah, I think if you followed along, and whoops, I thought I grabbed all the pages there. So you got to grab all of them, because if I don't, it won't stay up properly when I do like this part. Like this page might fall. Like that. There we go. So there you have it. Yeah, that's how you draw Harry Potter. Thank you again, Monta Diabin. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, write that in the comment section below. And if you guys have requests, feel free to write that in the comment section. And I'll put it on my list. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.